Hello, Sanbonani. As part of our Conservation for Non-Conservation program, we aim to sensitize and educate non-conservation students about the state of nature. We do this through exposing them and teaching them about the planetary boundaries. Today, we have the pleasure of learning from Dr. Michele Menigan and Dr. Kofi Boa. Dr. Michele Menigan is a conservationist and scientist. He is also the director of the PERMS Foundation. Dr. Kofi Boa is an agronomist and is the executive director of the Center for No-Till Agriculture. We hope that you'll find this talk insightful, that you'll learn a thing or two about the planetary boundaries.
Our planet can be described as a highly dynamic complex system, dominated by the interaction of many different processes and components. But what does it mean to deal with a complex system as big as planet Earth? It means that the implication of what happens on Earth, including our actions, could deal to non-linear, unexpected, and also unwanted consequences. Every part of this planet plays a role in making Earth the home of billions of life forms, including ourselves, and of course our society and our civilization. And one of the most interesting and difficult challenges of science has been trying to understand how the planet works and what consequences our action could have on our future. In 2009, a group of renowned scientists have identified the 9 processes that govern the stability and resilience of the Earth system. The set of these boundaries has been defined as the safe operating space for humanity, and crossing them could generate unwanted environmental changes that could compromise the survival of the human societies. 6 of these boundaries have been already crossed, and others will be crossed soon. For example, some of the boundaries that we have already crossed are linked to agriculture activities like the integrity of the biosphere and the biogeochemical flows. This doesn't mean that agriculture is bad. It means that we have to fix it. We have to change the way we produce.
Talking about planetary boundaries, we in Africa have to be very careful. With the realization that climate change is real, a lot of things are happening, and we have to do things in such a way that we're able to build resilience, especially in agricultural systems, to be able to stand up in the face of these extremities. There are 2 things happening: lack of respect for environmental stewardship and the ignorance of African eco-philosophy. These are the 2 things that really can bring us back to the good old days. We surely have to ensure that we uphold environmental stewardship and at the same time look carefully and prevent the dying of the African eco-philosophy. Some time ago, African eco-philosophy was so important, and there were several places. If you go even to the villages, there were places that were considered to be sacred and that people were not supposed to go in there to farm or to do anything. But you see, around the villages, when these small portions were left, they were left to moderate the immediate environment of the villages. But now, because we say we are going modern and people, we have in quotes become wiser, and all these small pockets that were reserved as sacred places that were moderating the environment have been cleared. There are instances where certain trees are forbidden to be taken down. But now we say, no, take it down, nothing will happen, we are taking down trees.
Being able to change the direction and find a way to live and prosper within the 9 planetary boundaries would finally do justice to our fantastic analytical intelligence, and forgetting about nonsense suggesting that the solution is to go and live on planet Mars. Not being able to live well on our planet would be the greatest defeat of our intelligence and civilization. The main problems, as always, is to really want to do it. It's not lack of knowledge. We know quite well what we should do. It's mostly lack of collective willpower, a coordination of the actions.
At this point, you now know that there are 9 planetary boundaries. I hope you found that talk very insightful. If you'd like to know more stuff like the planetary boundaries or anything else that is conservation related, you may follow us on our social media accounts, which will appear on the screen. If you'd like to follow us on Instagram, our Instagram handle is @conservationleaders and @ShareScreenAfrica. We look forward to engaging with you and sharing more of the information that we have. Thank you.